Good morning. It is 9:32 a.m. on Friday, March 8th, 2019. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, as it says in the title of my little video or the description, depending on where you're looking, I guess, I went to see the Captain Marvel movie last night. And now, I should add that I've been a big fan of the character ever since Kelly Sue DeConnick's run years ago now. And so I remember being really excited when Marvel Studios first announced that they were even going to do a Captain Marvel movie. And that was a long time ago. And then it kept getting delayed. And it became this whole thing where it's like, oh my gosh, now it's been how long since Marvel still hasn't done a female-led movie, and then Wonder Woman beats it, and then it becomes there's a whole like expectations thing on it that I talked a little bit about yesterday. And so I was really excited for the movie, but there was sort of a pressure of anxiety about it because I cared about the character, because there had been all this weight put on it and everything. So there was a part of me that was worried that if the movie wasn't great, that would be worse than if a normal movie wasn't great. And that was not a fun feeling to go into a movie with. And yet, I had faith. And I was not disappointed. I really enjoyed it. This is not like a huge spoiler that I enjoyed it because I said so on Twitter last night, but I did really like it. And I found myself just literally as it was starting feeling just like a sick feeling, like, oh my gosh, what if it's not good? And that's on me for going into a movie that way when there was really no reason for it. But as the movie, first of all, I'll say that without saying exactly why, even just the little Marvel Studios intro thing really took me off guard in a powerful way. And I think it was really effective, and I was really glad they did it. I won't say why, but when it happens, you'll know. Especially because it's literally the first thing in the movie. So, But yeah, just as the movie gets going, I was like, well, how's it going to start? What's the story going to be? But as it's kind of getting itself moving, I'm feeling like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm liking this. Where's it going to go from here? Where's it going to go from here? Oh, yeah, I like this. And a couple of the things that I'll address that just criticisms that I heard from various corners that really didn't make sense to me, even from the beginning, and I can now confirm still make no sense. One is the idea that somehow Brie Larson is like a bad actress, or that she's wooden or stiff or can't smile. Like, that's a stupid criticism. It's just not true. That's a dumb thing to say, in my opinion. I suppose people have the right to their own opinions, but I think that's dumb. And she's not like that. And so I cannot imagine anyone making that criticism in good faith, personally. I think that particular criticism is probably, not necessarily exclusively, but probably a sign that someone was looking for things to be wrong with the movie. The other one, weird one that I heard kind of in the middle somewhere, was that people were saying, well, it's bad because it glorifies the military and the Air Force. And while I can see where that, like, she is in the Air Force. She's a soldier. Like, that's a Carol Danvers thing. It always has been. Like, Captain Marvel is in the character name, right? So like that was always, the idea that there's some military aspect to the character is always there. So that's not new. But the idea that somehow this movie in particular glorifies the Air Force in a way that's bad, again, it strikes me, having now seen the movie, as something that people would say if they are looking for problems with it. They're trying to find a reason to say something is bad about the movie. I don't want to say that everybody who makes any of those comments is doing so in bad faith, but I will say that my own opinion, having seen the movie, is that those criticisms are without merit. I'm not going to say that everyone who watches this movie is going to like it as much as I did, but boy, I did. And I feel like it is faithful to the character. It's funny. It has several side characters that I enjoyed, and I think that I'm noticing as I interrupt my review that several more people are joining, and this idea of doing these 5 more minutes videos on Facebook Live to increase engagement is a good idea, except that it takes a few minutes for everyone to see that I'm doing it and join, and then by then the video is almost over. So, hello everyone who's just joined. You're going to be able to go back and watch the rest of my Captain Marvel review in a minute once I'm finished. But I guess to sum it up, I liked it a lot. I think that just by nature of the MCU being this big tapestry with all these interconnections now, it forces some story decisions that might not have been what they would do otherwise. But I don't feel like that weighs the story down too much. It's more just a matter of we'll have to see the other half of how it pays off, meaning when it ties back together with the rest of the MCU. But as an origin story for a character that I care a lot about, I was very happy. And so just to reiterate, I'm not spoiling anything, but I will say that I think any criticisms of Brie Larson as a bad actress or that it over-glamorizes the Air Force in a bad way, I think those are silly criticisms. Personally, I'm not going to tell people that they're silly if they actually feel that way, but I sure didn't find that to be the case at all. So mostly, I think the biggest worry I had from the trailer, the original trailer, was just that it didn't really make clear what is the character like and what can she do. And I feel like see the movie, and the movie does a much better job of showing you both things. And it's great, and I liked it. So I hope you go see it and enjoy too. And in the meantime, I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.